Hello and welcome back to another video today here again on Gran Turismo 7 to take a look at the second of the three brand new cars added with update 1.17, which is this Suzuki Vision Gran Turismo Group 3 car, which is of course based on the Suzuki Vision Gran Turismo car that we got in the previous update. So, we've brought the Suzuki to Suzuka, because of course we have, and this is where I did bring the standard one as well. This Vision Gran Turismo Group 3 variant of the car is $450,000 from Grand Central, making it less than half the cost of the non-Group 3 variant, meaning, if you look at it that way, it's actually pretty good value for money, really, given that other one was exactly 1,000,000 credits, as all normal Vision Gran Turismo cars are. But given all Group 3 cars are $450,000, it makes sense that's what it's priced at, but yeah, compared to the other one, very good. Group 3, of course, being essentially a GT3 car. That's how Gran Turismo named that category, basically. It puts out 570 horsepower and weighs 1,220 kilos, so it's more powerful but also quite a bit heavier than the non-Group 3 version, to kind of balance it with the other Group 3 cars in the game, presumably. It puts it at 710.47 performance points overall as standard, almost 100 higher than the normal version. The most obvious thing driving it here was, well, it drove very nicely, but the first thing you notice are those huge carbon fibre stripes of the view down the bonnet when you're driving it. Well, I drive from bonnet cam here on Gran Turismo, so that was a really nice view. I do love the liveries they put on these. Apparently they're inspired by their racing motorcycles. But yeah, it drove very nicely, as you would expect from a Group 3 car, although I was kind of expecting it to feel a little bit faster. It has been a long time since I've driven any GT3 cars on any game, really, so I might have just forgotten what they're like, but it didn't feel like it would necessarily be competitive as a GT3 car. Not that it's a fair comparison in any way, but it is quite interesting to note that the Group 3 version, in a very quick couple of laps I ran there, is 13 seconds faster than the standard version, also only run for 2 or 3 laps. So, as you might expect, over at GT Auto the only options were custom wheels and liveries, basically. No kind of upgrades. Here in Understeer Engineering, there's not really all that much. There's power restrictors, there's turbos, and there's gearboxes, and there are some sort of more specialist tyres and a nitro system. But other than that, that is kind of as you would expect. For a racing car, there's not that many upgrade options. So, as there aren't many upgrade options and it's a GT3 car, I've entered a GT3 event, 5 laps, around Suzuka again, so we're back here at the circuit that I've had a couple of laps practice at, although given what I've just done there you wouldn't know it. Right, let's... So we return to Suzuka for a Group 3 race, as there aren't many upgrades and customization options for the car. Left it standard and come here for 5 laps around Suzuka because it's an event that I haven't done before, and it's a track that I had a couple of laps practice in this car when I first test drove it. So, hopefully this all goes to plan. 110,000 the reward for this, plus bonuses if I don't crash into people. It does like kicking the back end out, this car. It's slightly scary. The AI do like braking incredibly early. I suppose that's part of the Gran Turismo AI being quite easy. Up to 7th already. One thing I do absolutely love about this car, which I'm not sure how I haven't mentioned yet, is listen to it. That, it's got the same, I think, Hayabusa motorbike engine that the standard one's got, but race car-ified. So with racing exhaust and stuff, it just kind of amplifies that noise. May have been a slightly Max Verstappen line across the grass there. Definitely not a corner cut, definitely not crashing into people. Okay, that was a mistake. There was me thinking, oh, I'll brake a lot later than the AI because they brake really early, and that happens. Finally past the Aston. I've been sat behind him for a few laps, and every time I get close to overtaking I make a stupid mistake and drop back. So we're finally up to 4th, but I've only got 1 lap to go to catch these 3 guys on the podium. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to resort to some slight Verstappen tactics to try and win this one. But it's not going to matter, and I'm going to... Right. It's karma for that, really, wasn't it? But yeah, not really the... Okay. Not really the car's fault that was me making loads and loads of mistakes when I was behind that Aston. I think it could quite easily have done it with a competent driver. But anyway, there we go. Not a bad little car, really. I don't think it's going to be the fastest Group 3 car, but it's pretty nice to drive, and could win you some Group 3 races if you knew what you were doing. I like that purple Jag that won. Very nice. So, although I didn't win the race, I did win a 3-star roulette ticket, which, let's hope video luck improves spins, even though we all know they're slightly rigged. Please give me a car of some description. The worst prize again. I mean, 5,000 credits is 5,000 credits, but yeah, not great. Please fix your roulette tickets, Gran Turismo, so that they are truly random and equally weighted. So there we go. That is going to do it for a first look at the Suzuki Vision Gran Turismo Group 3 variant here on Gran Turismo 7. I probably slightly prefer the standard one because this isn't going to be a particularly competitive Group 3 car, I don't think. So I probably do prefer the standard one as a car, but this probably is slightly more useful because you could use it for Group 3 events against the AI, probably not online, it's not going to be competitive. As you would have expected, it's 450,000 as all Group 3 cars are, but compared to the Vision Gran Turismo standard one, that's quite good value for money if you compare these two, really. So not all that expensive, quite quick to save up for if you don't have the credits for it. Not the fastest Group 3 cars, but very, very cool thing nevertheless. So yeah, worth getting, but not going to be particularly useful apart from racing against the AI. But anyway, that is the second of the 3 cars from this most recent update. There is one more that I'll potentially take a look at in a video soon, but for now, for a first look at this vehicle, that is going to be all. So thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with the next video very soon.